Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 38 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we cross-examined Orla, much to Simon's disdain, and now we're trying to prove that Marlon was utilizing his cell phone in order to trick Norma de Plume by basically playing the past Ship-Shape Aquarium Swashbuckler Spectacular song on the speakers, while also tricking Orla into doing the lifesaver trick. So anyways, let's go. Here's how Rhymes played the song over the speaker in the visitor's corridor.
Take that!
Behold, the walkie-talkie that looks like a child's toy. Seriously, this looks like something that you'd sell in a Toys R Us. Mr. Rhymes could broadcast the song in the video to the speaker by using a walkie-talkie. Gotta turn the timer on. Or actually, no, I got a better idea. We're nearing the end of the case, so yeah, this is much better. And he could get Orla to do a trick by letting her hear Miss Summers' whistle signal too. He played the singing through the speaker, and he made Orla do the lifesaver trick. All this was the doing of the true culprit, Marlon Rhymes. Yeah! This is what you did, isn't it, Mr. Rhymes? Arrgh! Arrgh! You did it! Now we can say both Sasha and Orla, all while justifying our M rating for mature audiences. Just leave it to Captain Wright's swashbuckling lawyers to win any case. I don't remember agreeing to that name. So it actually was possible for Mr. Rhymes to manipulate the orca. I'm stunned. I see we will need to hear more from this witness. Mr. Rhymes, the time has come for you to tell the court the truth.
So I used the walkie-talkie, ye say? Arr, sorry, but you're dead wrong, me bucko. It be impossible, says I.
What do you mean, impossible?
I shall sing ye a little shanty, dissing your scurvy theory. Hark ye well now.
Behold, one of the greatest testimony names in the entire series. The Dissin of Phoenix Wright. Seriously, just if Marlon ever came out with a mixtape, came out with an album, just came out with a rap album that basically was titled that, you know that basically Kristoph would buy his entire stock. Kristoph would be dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars that he has from some offshore account into that record. Frankly, Kristoph would try to be Marlon's manager. As long as every song involves dissing Phoenix.
Yo, walkie-talkie be broke for real. Mr. Lawyer's freestyle got no appeal. Broke before the Bloom on the scene. Broke before Wright could ever dream. Legit goof during cleaning time, but bill-sucking lawyer spitting lies. That orca, you don't listen to me, K. Kill the captain, you don't, you so cray.
I could not just do that, yo, you so cray. Okay. Yeah, frankly, I need a comma at times. Here we go again with that flip-flop music. Broken? Of all the flimsy excuses, bill-sucking, that was uncalled for. You probably broke it on purpose after the fact.
Arr, that'd be untrue, little lassie, although I can't prove when it really was. Lucky be it for me, ye lawyers be the ones who have the proving to do.
After everything we've uncovered, he still won't admit it. Somehow, I have to prove that he still could have done it. Yeah, just Simon is done. Just Simon, meanwhile, he's just rocking back and forth. If I don't listen to it, it doesn't exist. If I don't listen to it, it doesn't exist. If I don't listen to it, it doesn't exist. Miss Simon, don't worry. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna use the mood matrix on you. Wait a minute, why am I seeing just a bunch of One Piece?
Because it's in my head!
Okay, let's just start pressing. Mr. Rhymes, are you sure it was your walkie-talkie that was broken?
Of course I be sure, although it doesn't have me name written on it or anything. But ye can't prove it was not me walkie-talkie now, can ye?
I'll never say Sasha this way. I have to figure out how he got a command to Orla.
If Rhymes couldn't get a command to the Orca, your theory crumbles. Everything you've done will all go up in smoke. I be not on the prosecution side neither, mind ye. The defendant be innocent, says I. But either way, me walkie-talkie was broken, and that be the truth.
Hold it!
Okay, next one. Do you have some way of proving that statement?
Silence.
The burden of proof is on you. If you can't do that, then we can end this cross-examination right now. Please, Right Dono, for all that is good and pure, just end it now, please. Haven't I been punished enough here? Oh, yo, ho, ho, proof that to be broke. Bro, you a joke. Lag even a second and you gonna croak. Right, gonna press on every word. Nope, judge gonna judge undeterred. You go in front, then what bring the pain? Or stop and walk away in shame.
Ooh, he makes me so mad. We gotta go with our own freestyle force. We'll have Apollo do the worm. I'm not doing the worm. Apollo, do the worm. It's our only hope. Let's get him back with evidence instead, shall we? No singing. Witness, please continue your testimony about the walkie-talkie. Okay. Yeah, that or basically, just Phoenix, you forced my hand. Apollo, bring him in. And then they just bring in Walkie, just restrained Hannibal Lecter style. Okay, Apollo, let him go. Okay, next one. Okay, you made a big blunder. What happened?
After I helped Sasha with the cleaning, I dropped it by accident and broke it. Ye wish to see it? I still have it with me.
It does indeed appear to be broken.
With me walkie-talkie broken, there be no way I could have done what she said. I couldn't have given the organic commands.
Ooh, your walkie-talkie broke. Isn't that just so convenient? Mr. Rhymes, I think you broke it on purpose.
Miss Lawyer, none of your false accusations, if ye please. I broke it on purpose. Where be your proof?
I don't have any proof. If his walkie-talkie is broken, it throws a monkey wrench into my whole theory. When he let Pearls borrow his cell phone so casually yesterday, he must have already been confident I wouldn't be able to prove anything.
Har! You'll never get me to agree that Pox Dorka be innocent. If something be not done about her, she'll get Sasha one day too. The Orca killed the captain. It weren't me. So you intend to continue to claim that the defendant is innocent, do you? Well, newsflash, I'm not going to prosecute the Orca again. Due process, double jeopardy, save my tide. Thank God for double jeopardy.
Why is my Marlon voice just dripping right into my Simon voice? They're oozing, they're melding.
But I won't stand for that. Now then, right, Dono? What's your next move?
Your Honor, I would like to examine that walkie-talkie if you don't mind. Certainly. Here you go. Here you are. Let's see if there's any way to tell when the walkie-talkie is broken. If he gave Ola that command, then it couldn't have been broken at the time. Yeah, basically just the classic explanation. I'm not gonna read this entire thing. Okay, let's just get to it. We gotta press everything. Darn, it is broken. It doesn't seem to work. Wonder what would happen if I thump it. Hey, it's on old TV, you know. Please don't break any further. Let's keep looking. A walkie-talkie shaped like a sword. Pretty clever, but I don't see anything odd. Well, a sword walkie-talkie in and of itself is pretty odd, I guess. But let's keep checking it out. Huh? Look at these. They look like tooth marks. Hey, you're right. A bite this big. I wonder if it was Orla. Wait, a walkie-talkie with tooth marks. Didn't we hear a story like that just yesterday? It was the walkie-talkie Azura used right up until her death. In the middle of the show, the orca brought Azura up to the surface in her mouth. Yeah, I still can't get over just how the fact that Sasha's like, that orca, as if she's treating Orla like Phoenix gets treated in the investigations games. That man, the orca, that man, the orca. She left tooth marks in Azura's walkie-talkie. The captain said he always kept that walkie-talkie with him so he'd never forget. Rhyme said this walkie-talkie was his, but could it be?
Not odd about it, don't ye agree? Time to give it up, Mr. Lawyer. Forget the orca, just save Sasha, says I.
I can't do that. Now that I'm finally a lawyer again, how could I hold my head up if I made my client so miserable?
A stubborn one, ye be.
Hold it!
There could have been some other way besides the walkie-talkie issue the command.
Silence.
Yes, the orca could have received a signal from the defendant's whistle. Is this the point you're trying to concede?
Objection!
No, that's not what I'm saying. Some other way besides the whistle.
Rotten lawyer, black-eyed samurai, time for a freestyle drive-by. Sasha's legit. That's the truth. Orca is guilty. You gotta admit. I tell ye, it be all the orca's doing. If ye don't belay all this bilge, I shall diss ye with some rap. I be one of the top 10 rappers that Eminem dare not diss. Yet I ring hit. Lest I throw him overboard.
I believe you've already been doing that. We tried pressing it, but it didn't change anything. Oh, I don't know about that. His statement might not have changed, but the meaning of one of them may have. Really? You caught something? And that one statement just might be the breakthrough we need. And that statement is right here, first one. Okay.
Objection!
The walkie-talkie that the witness brought with him to court today may have been stolen from the victim, Mr. Jack Shipley.
Our aquarium may look like a band of pirates, but thievery? Sure, the captain may have raided the charity bins next to the local pharmacy, but we'd never be robbing from each other.
According to the defendant's statement, Mr. Shipley talked to her on his walkie-talkie before his death. However, no walkie-talkie was found near the victim's body.
Methinks the police just didn't look hard enough.
And then Fulbright just burst onto the scene. Are you dissing my justice? I will put you in jail, pirate man! You're going to pirate jail! Mr. Blackwell, use your ninja powers to detain him!
Besides, the captain's walkie-talkie wasn't broken. Be that not right? So his walkie-talkie has naught to do with mine.
I'm not so sure that's true. The victim fell to his death. It's quite possible his walkie-talkie broke in the fall. You stole the walkie-talkie after the victim's death, didn't you, Mr. Rhymes?
Silence.
I will not allow such leading questions, right, Dono? If you claim the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim, show me your evidence.
Certainly, I plan on doing just that. Please look at these tooth marks here on the walkie-talkie. Tooth marks? Ah, yes, I see them. The victim's walkie-talkie was a keepsake that used to belong to Azura Summers, who died a year ago. These tooth marks were left by Orla when she carried Miss Summers in her mouth. If this is Mr. Shipley's walkie-talkie, then Mr. Rhymes' walkie-talkie is still unaccounted for, which means he could have used it to command the orca after all. And that's not all, Your Honor. The only one who could have taken the victim's walkie-talkie is the culprit himself.
Arrgh!
The fact that Marlon Rhymes had the victim's walkie-talkie is proof that he murdered Jack Shipley.
Sink me! Not so fast, Mr. Lawyer.
What? He still won't admit it?
This walkie-talkie be mine, says I.
Then how do you explain the tooth marks on it?
I had many a run-in with that orca myself, her. She bit me more than once, and me walkie-talkie too. Evidence of our fights are carved here onto me body.
Now I can just imagine just Marlon just getting into a fight with Orla during the workday, basically. Just Marlon jumping in the tank, just punching Orla right on the nose, Orla thrashing Marlon around, and then Orla, and then Sasha, look at Orla playing with Marlon. Captain, look!
I'm being tossed around, help!
My goodness, I can clearly see the tooth mark scars in your skin. What? Are those really scars from being bitten by Orla?
Ahoy! Yo, ho, ho! You want answers? I got some, mate. These scars from Orla? That's right. Damn girl can put up a nasty fight. That orca bit me and left me scarred. Had a rep to protect, so I went in hand. So, Mr. Lawyer, I win. Just being frank. And Orla, heh, you got the plank.
But really, I just love the idea that basically before Marlon just did his whole convoluted plan to kill Orla, basically just in frame her for just killing Shipley, he just actually went full-on Kratos into the tank. Just Marlon getting ripped, and then jumping into the tank to fight the orca. Basically, you see people where they sign up to swim with dolphins. Well, Marlon signed up to fight the orca. I can't let him run this show. I have to find a way to prove the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim.
And you can forget about fingerprints. I always keep me walkie-talkie clean and polished.
That this man had everything worked out before he even took the stand. That monster! He wiped it off! He practiced cleanliness! But I won't give up. There has to be a way. Mr. Wright, I found something interesting. The tooth marks on the walkie-talkie. Notice anything funny about them? Funny? Funny how? Something is different about them compared to the other tooth marks we've seen. The only other ones I remember are the ones from the practice dummy. It's just a tiny difference. It might not even mean anything. Right now, we need to consider every possibility we can, no matter how small. If I can figure out what's different about the bite marks, maybe I can somehow prove Rhymes' walkie-talkie actually belonged to the victim. Think, Phoenix. You can turn everything around right here and now. Time to review the facts we have so far. With the intent of killing Orla, Rhymes drained the show stage pool. But Rhymes failed to kill Orla, and instead he tried to pin Shipley's murder on Orla. In order to manipulate Orla, Rhymes must have used a cell phone and a walkie-talkie. But the walkie-talkie Rhymes has is broken. I think it's the victim's walkie-talkie, the one he kept as a memento of Azura Summers. I have to find a way to prove that it is indeed the victim's walkie-talkie. Which piece of evidence left on the walkie-talkie could prove it belonged to the victim? The fingerprints! We have two pieces of evidence with tooth marks, the walkie-talkie and the dummy. What's striking about these two pieces of evidence is the colors are similar! They both have a similar yellow color, but I doubt that has anything to do with the case. Hey, we're throwing in the forgotten term. Hey, we're throwing in basically the Richard Wellington bananas, the Richard Wellington bananas breakthrough. Maybe I'm starting to notice yellow more because of Athena. I'd better refocus my attention. We have two. Okay. Too bad Phoenix didn't reference the bananas. Tooth marks are different. When I look closely, I see two different bite mark patterns. Two variations, huh? Wasn't there a trick of Orla's that had two different variations as well? A year ago, the orca song and the teeth marks were different from what they are now. What could be the cause of these two inconsistencies? What's behind the fact that the orca's tooth marks and song were different a year ago? Yeah, just none of the other two seemed entertaining. I'm starting to think there are two different orcas, the one a year ago and Orla now. And if the orca a year ago wasn't Orla, It means the bite mark on the walkie-talkie isn't Orla's, like Rhyme said it was. Now I can finally prove the walkie-talkie belongs to the victim. Yeah, I just love how everyone's just so patient while Phoenix is just sitting there, just staring at them in this in-trance state. Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright, what, are you okay? Phoenix is just not responding. Why do you look like Mr. Justice right now? You're scaring me. You're giving the same intense look that he gives. Please, Mr. Wright, don't go where I can't follow. Mr. Wright, you appear to be lost in thought there. Is everything all right? Oh my gosh, I forgot that the judge actually did that. Sorry. I just realized something. Astonishing, Your Honor. What, that this entire case is a farce? Well, congratulations, because I noticed that from the second that you proposed the idea. Your farce is what's astounding, right, Dono? Your rudeness is what's astonishing, Prosecutor Blackwell. And what is this astonishing thing you realized? Until just now, I thought the orca chip-shaped aquarium a year ago and Orla were the same orca. However, two inconsistencies led me to a new fact. And that fact is that there might be two Orla Shipleys. What? Two different orcas? But that's impossible! Order in the court! Explain yourself! What is the basis for this preposterous claim? It conveniences me. The orca song a year ago and the one now are different. I believe it's because the orca a year ago was a different orca. Two different orcas, two different songs. It explains the show song contradiction. What's be this bilge, Waterdock? I don't understand! I'm talking about the truth. Truth that will finally catch you out of your lies. You claim that the tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were Orla's, but that's not true. The two different bite mark patterns on the walkie-talkie and on the dummy prove this. What? Two different patterns, you say?
Silence.
Well, I concede that there is a possibility that two different orcas exist. Bite mark patterns alone are not proof enough. I want more conclusive evidence. Alright, I will show you conclusive evidence then. So he wants to see evidence other than the bite mark patterns, does he? The orca a year ago and Orla have different songs and different teeth. Don't I have two videos on hand that I can use to compare those differences? I will also submit two videos in which different songs and teeth can be compared. Now I'm trying to present. Yeah, I just love how I'm basically trying to present. Just now we're playing this.
Take that!
And here's the other, the attorney's badge.
Take that!
Please compare these two videos, one from a year ago and one recent. As discussed, the two orcas are singing two different songs. Please also pay special attention to the appearance of the two orcas' teeth. How exactly do you claim their teeth are different? Let's look for shots in these two videos where the orca's teeth are shown. This is Orla in the recent video of the Swashbuckler Spectacular Pirate Show. As you can see, she has all of her teeth. What healthy smiles she has. I'm a bit envious. Next, let's take a look at the TV phone video from a year ago. Just as I thought, their teeth are different. Oh, I believe this smile looks a little different from the one we saw a moment ago. As you can see, the orca from a year ago has one tooth that's broken off. If the teeth are different, then... Yes, if the teeth are different, they of course lead different bite mark patterns. On the practice dummy, you can see Orla's uniform pattern with all teeth intact. And on the walkie-talkie, you can see that one tooth is missing from the pattern. Oh, I see it, just like the smile of the orca in last year's video. The tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were not made by the orca we know as Orla. They were made a year ago by a different orca. Two different orcas? I can't believe it! The statement that the tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were from Orla was a lie. The truth is, this walkie-talkie was stolen from the victim, Jack Shipley, and the only person who could have stolen it is... the true culprit, Marlon Rhymes. No! Ye got it all wrong! It's be all the fault of that orca! Whoa! Ye got it
can't be! Arr!
And the judge, out of curiosity, was it just me or was the courtroom just shaking? Was the courtroom just tilting off to the side?
Yeah, and then just everyone getting thrown around. Just Phoenix is on top of Simon. Athena is basically in the rafters. The judge is tossed halfway across the room.
Well, it would appear we should hear more from the defendant about Aura Shipley. Sasha Buckler,
Yes, Captain Judge?
is what Mr. Wright claims true? Are there two different orcas?
The secret that Ship-Shape Aquarium was hiding was about Orla, wasn't it? Dr. Crab told me to focus on the orca song. He hinted it would be a clue.
Phoenix is right. The one we call Orla is the second Aura Shipley. There actually used to be two orcas at Ship-Shape Aquarium. I used to call the first Aura Shipley just Aura for short. Aura and Orla are sisters. The captain rescued both of them when they got beached on the shore. He was really happy that day because he was like, damn, we got two orcas, yes, free orcas. But Orla was in bad shape, and the ship's doctor had to look after her for a long time. Both orcas loved the captain, so we decided to keep them at Ship-Shape Aquarium. Plus, the captain was really cheap, so frankly, just if we got rid of the orcas, we wouldn't have been getting any new creatures.
Why didn't you say anything about there being two orcas?
Well, because after the accident a year ago, Orla was put down.
What? Aura's dead?
Yeah, the Center for Dangerous Animal Control demanded it. Apparently, the captain and the ship's doctor begged them. We put the first one down, so please leave the second one alone, they said. Anyways, after the accident a year ago, the captain told us he was gonna put Orla in the private show as Aura Shipley. He asked us to keep quiet about Aura's death until the time was right.
What a surprising and complex tale. Did all Ship-Shape Aquarium employees know about this?
No, just a select few of us.
Mr. Rhymes, did you know about it?
Of course not. How would I?
Tell me, Mr. Rhymes, did you plan on killing Orla from the start?
Yeah, I planned to do it during the cleaning, so I drained the pool. I figured if I didn't do something about that beast, Sasha's life was in danger. Sasha trusted the orca just as much as Azura did. I wanted to protect her. I couldn't help Azura, so I felt like protecting Sasha was the least I could do. My duty. I built up my strength so I'd be ready to kill the orca. I even fought with sharks. But the captain realized my plan and tried to save the orca. And that is why you killed Jack Shipley. Ah, now the report from the crime lab finally makes sense.
Report from the crime lab?
In court yesterday, you will recall I showed a photo of the victim lying on his back. According to the lab, the bruise on the victim's right wrist was Rhyme's handprint.
His handprint?
I didn't know how it fit with the case until I heard Rhyme's story just now. But now we can imagine the reason for it being there. Rhymes must have made the handprint when he fought with the victim over the orca.
A handprint made during a struggle.
I don't care what happens to me anymore. I deserve the death penalty. I'm the one that killed the captain. Please give Sasha her not guilty verdict. Heh, you accept your defeat. Well, I see. Let me be your guide to hell. Or at least the prison. You can be part of my gang. The We Hate Orca gang. The We Hate Orla gang. We spit at that song. Get on with the verdict, your baldness.
It seems this unprecedented trial that began with an orca as the defendant has finally come to a close.
Sasha is saved. Orla's gonna be so happy. Sasha's not guilty verdict is coming. Why do I still have this strange nagging feeling? Rhymes' handprint on the victim's right wrist. Was it really the result of a deadly struggle over the orca? I can't shake the feeling. that handprint has some other hidden meaning. Is this trial going to end without revealing the whole truth?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Sasha Buckler.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
I would like to further explore this new evidence the prosecution just submitted.
But what complaint could you have? You are about to get your not guilty verdict.
I see no need to further prolong this trial, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, we still don't know the entire truth in this case. This unnatural handprint Mr. Rhymes left on the victim's right wrist. I don't think it was the result of a fight between the two men.
Not the result of a fight.
Then what do you suggest it was?
Boss, what are you doing? Do you remember that evidence we found at the show stage? Evidence? What evidence? That mysterious mark might be the key to understanding this whole case. Your Honor, the defense would like to submit evidence that will expose the truth of this case. A mysterious print of evidence that pairs with Mr. Rhymes' unnatural handprint. The attorney's badge. The love-filled fish.
Take that!
Marlon Rhymes left behind a very unusual set of fingerprints at the show stage.
In what way were they unusual?
They were right-hand prints on the left side of the ladder. If one were to grasp the ladder in the same way as the prints, it would look like this.
It looks like the ladder is being grasped from above.
Exactly, Your Honor. And the handprint on the victim's right wrist shows it was held with a powerful grip. Marlon Rhymes grasped the show stage ladder in an unusual pose. If he was gripping the victim's wrist in this position.
Gripping the victim's wrist?
Then he must have been...
It means Mr. Rhymes was actually... That's right. If we couple the unnatural handprint with the mysterious fingerprints... we see that Marlon Rhymes was trying to save the victim's life.
What?
But that can't be! It's impossible!
Why don't we ask Mr. Rhymes himself?
Yeah,
Mr. Rhymes, we want to hear the truth directly from you.
I gotta hand it to you, Mr. Lawyer. You got skills. Why did you have to figure it out? It doesn't matter what happens to me anymore. I'm ready to die.
Yeah, frankly, just Marlon, he just wants it to be quick because basically he knows he goes to prison, he's gonna be at the bottom of the pyramid. I mean, basically, think about it. You have some guys, I killed 4 guys, I robbed the bank, and then Marlon, I killed a guy when I was trying to kill an orca.
So is what the defense claiming true?
The captain, he found out I drained the Soul Sage pool. He rushed to the side of the pool, frantic to put some water in for the orca. And then, he slipped.
Captain, give me your left hand!
No, Marlon, you will fall too!
Yeah, no, frankly, one thing I'm wondering, why didn't Jack Shipley try to reach up and grab the ladder? He was clearly in hand's reach for it. You know, basically, Jack's not even trying to fight it. Jack was like, you're trying to kill Orla? Well, now I'm gonna make your life hell, Marlon! No! No, please! Sorry, Marlon, them's the breaks. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And then just Jack falling down and just take himself down. All to screw Marlon over. Forgive me, Marlon. I didn't realize what deep pain you were in. But please don't blame Orla. It's nobody's fault. Not Orla's and not yours. Hey! Captain!
So, Jack Shipley's death was accidental, all because he couldn't reach up and grab the ladder. He wanted to give his whole monologue spiel about don't blame yourself and don't blame the orca, but yet he couldn't have spent that time, trying to reach up and grab the ladder. Why'd you tell us that you didn't kill the victim?
Because I have no right to live anymore. I'm ready to get the death penalty. The captain died because of me, and then, on top of it all, I used his body to frame Orla. I was gonna kill Orla, and she wasn't even to blame. She didn't do anything wrong. The only thing I can do now is pay for it all with my life. I can't do anything. I couldn't save the captain. I couldn't avenge Azura's death.
Mr. Rhymes, you have the wrong idea about Miss Summers' death. Not even the first Aura Shipley was responsible for her dying. Aura, of her own accord, was trying to save Miss Summers' life.
What? What are you talking about?
Azura Summers suffered from a heart condition, but she didn't tell anyone and she performed in these pirate shows anyways. She had a heart attack and died before anyone could save her. I'm sure she didn't think Aura attacked her. There's nothing to avenge.
No way! A heart condition? She never said a word about it!
Yeah, but really, just first, Azura not including Marlon's picture in her charm. Basically, just probably including Aura. And then Azura not telling her significant other about her heart condition. Yeah, just don't tell your boyfriend, Azura, about your condition that could potentially lead to her dying. I mean, basically, what if something happened during a date they were on? Basically, yeah, they're out for a date, they're out taking a walk to the park, and then all of a sudden, just Azura's basically seizing up. Just what would Marlon have done, basically? How would he have prepared for it? Yeah, really, what was she planning to tell him about the heart condition? Just keep it a secret forever? Maybe she didn't want you to worry about it, but still, basically, Marlon was her boyfriend, basically, I mean, he had a right to know about these conditions, I mean, basically, so we could plan things out. I mean, basically, what if he planned something that basically was heart condition sensitive? Would Azura just gone with it, or was she been trying to just steer the thing? I don't know. Yeah, basically Marlon takes Azura to an amusement park, and then basically it's just Marlon, damn the amusement park, I will strike it down! Just Marlon goes all pirate, goes Jack Sparrow on the amusement park, goes Luffy D Monkey on the amusement park. I will avenge Azura! Die, Tilt-A-Whirl, die!
So I wanted to get revenge all this time, for nothing!
So neither case was murder. Not a year ago and not this time either. Your responsibility in this matter is great, but I believe you can be rehabilitated. The head like Marlon's this mad animal. Basically, Marlon is perfectly rational right now. It's like they act like Marlon is just full-on Kristoph, basically like he's this irredeemable monster. Basically, like you can be rehabilitated. Don't kill the orca. Don't kill the orca. They act like Marlon. His entire mind says, I gotta kill the orca. I gotta kill the orca. The voices in my head tell me to kill the orca. Basically, just Marlon knowing that basically, okay, it's not my fault, it was the orca's fault, I can move on now, basically. Just, you can be rehabilitated. No kill orca. No kill the orca. Bad, Marlon. Bad. Just whip out this spray bottle. Yeah, basically, at worst, this is frankly, though, the thing is that just at worst, this is manslaughter, really.
Marlon, you better come back to Ship Aquarium when you're done, you hear? Orla and I and everybody will be waiting for you.
You still have a lot to offer, Mr. Rhymes. Live your life and never give up. For the sake of those who are gone as well.
I promise to make up for what I've done, even if it takes me my whole life. Mr. Wright, Sasha. thank you.
Yeah, if I could just imagine Marlon gets into if Marlon was receiving a full-on sentence, just Kristoph approaches him. I heard about your diss track about Phoenix. About Wright. You and I, we could work together. You could be part of my gang.
Well, I've seen countless trials, but never one that ended like this. I don't know how, Mr. Wright, but you always seem to manage to turn things around. I think all this excitement has taken a few years off my life.
Is that praise or a diss?
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Joshua Buckler,
Not guilty.
My time wasted!
court is now adjourned.
July 22nd, 5:11 p.m. Shipshape Aquarium. Orca Pool.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you all for your help. Thank you for all your help today, Pearls.
All I did was have fun with Orla. Orla, I'm back. Oh, I missed you, girl.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and Orla, Sasha. Everything turned out great.
Phoenix, Athena, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Orla and I are both really grateful. I will now act out our gratitude with a little performance. Arr!
Miss Orca Lover, don't you think you'd better take care of your health first?
Alright, fine. I promise, no more shows until I'm better. I don't want anybody to worry about me after all.
Good. I'm glad that's settled. Hey, buddy, Mr. Lawyer. You just had to blab every single one of the aquarium secrets, didn't you?
I'm sorry, Dr. Crab.
Nah, that's all right. I'm glad. Hey, at least you didn't reveal the fact that our aquarium's health insurance is basically just me being the physician for everyone.
It was kind of hard to tell.
Oh, by the way, Sasha, I'm gonna be your surgeon. Like I said, hey, you don't blame me, blame Jack. He was cheap with the insurance. Although, thanks to you, they now know we're using the illegal torpedo system. But I think we'll be able to wiggle out of serious repercussions somehow. That writer lady is advocating for us, saying the law itself is to blame. She says she's gonna look into getting the law changed.
Wow, go Mr. Plume. She sure is a powerhouse.
There's one thing you didn't figure out, by the way. Our insurance plan. How it goes against worker rights. I'm the doctor! Every malady these people who work at the aquarium suffer, I'm the one who's treating them. Keep this to yourself, will you? We don't want it getting out publicly. Remember that appointment I had written down on my calendar?
Oh, you mean meet with the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 a.m.?
That note meant the Orca Pool of the Super Marine Aquarium, not Ship Shapes.
What? Why were you supposed to meet there?
Jack and I. We visited the Super Marine Aquarium once a month. Any idea why?
To get dolphin therapy treatments?
No, silly. Remember I told you? Jack and I were against putting the orca down from the start.
What? You mean?
We just pretended to put the first Orca Chipley down. The Super Marine Aquarium is harboring her for us. I would go there and make sweet, abominable love with her. Our forbidden...
What?
Our forbidden romance could not be snuffed out.
Oh my gosh. Just gotta throw that on with Crab. So that talk about large amounts of money that you were paying.
Once a month, the owner and the vet disappear from this aquarium. And I came to find out why. I came to find out that each time, a large amount of money was being paid out. We were paying for Aura's care. You wouldn't believe how much fish orcas eat. Now that's been proven that she's innocent all along, I think we can bring her back soon. Until then, keep it under your hat, okay?
Huh? What was he telling you about? Oh, nothing much. By the way, Orla wants to give you her little celebratory prize.
Aura specifically requested that you give it to her, Phoenix.
Alright, fine. Let's see. What can I give her? The badge! Love-filled fish. Orla, it's coming a day late, but congrats on your verdict.
Yeah, and then Pearl, Mr. Nick, how dare you? Mystic Maya is your special somebody, not that orca. How could you cheat on Mystic Maya?
You think I wanted this, Pearl?
No more excuses, Mr. Nick.
And then Pearl just slaps down Phoenix. And then Crab runs over.
That orca is my lover! We have a special relationship!
And then Crab just punching Phoenix. And then Pearl,
You're next, orca.
and then Pearl just jumps into the pool.
I'm gonna kill you.
Just Pearl trying to strangle Orla. Orla's trying to fight, but Pearl has her in a headlock, and Pearl just sinking to the bottom of the pool with Orla, just punching her repeatedly in the face.
Die, die.
And then Pearl, she just finishes off the job by just prying open Orla's jaw, and then just ripping it off. Just.
Ah. Oh my, aren't you lucky? That's Aura's best trick, the thank you kiss trick.
Oh, Orla, I want to be next. Well, really, I just don't know where the whole bestiality, zoophilia, Dr. Crab aspect came from. I don't know. And so the current fell on my first trial in years. I'm looking forward to the comeback of Sasha and Orla's swashbuckler spectacular. After all, I made a comeback of my own, as a lawyer. A few months later... It's been a while since I visited Shipshape Aquarium. Now that Sasha has recovered from her illness, she's performing today. There's still some time before the show starts. Think I'll wander around a bit.
Hi, Phoenix. Hope you enjoy the show today. The orcas are excited and ready to go.
Oh, I'm sure I'll enjoy... Wait a minute. Did you say orcas as in plural?
Yep, let me show you.
What? 2 Orlas? Don't tell me.
Yep, you caught it right. Aura Shipley the First has returned to the Shipshape Aquarium. We be the 3 pirate sisters. Arr! We be out to stop the evil Scallywag League led by Red Sash and the giant octopus.
Well, I don't want to get in the way of their rehearsal. Guess I'd better go. Well, if it isn't Blue Boy, did you come for my book signing? Oh, Mr. Plume, there's a book signing? Yes, my new book is just out. It's called Shipshape Aquarium. Don't pull the plug. The book signing will be held in this room. After all, the vet owes me a favor.
Yes, she got them to approve the use of the torpedo. I'm grateful. But why does she keep coming to my lab to bother me every single day?
I'm warm for his form. My next work will be entitled Sniper. The penguin leaves the nest.
Ah! Stop this cacophony! Why am I surrounded by carving females of the non-orca kind?
Gee, Dr. Crab gets all the ladies. I guess I'll leave him to it. Oops, it's almost time for the show.
Where have you been, Daddy? Polly and Athena already went in. Thankfully, we were able to get a big discount by pretending that Polly was a kid. You don't know how easy it was to get him by. We just said he was a grumpy 8-year-old, and they just believed it. They just waved us right by. Heck, Polly even got a lollipop, which I then stole.
Josie, why'd you take my lollipop?
Hey, Polly, I am your boss. I get perks from taking advantage of your youthfulness. While we were waiting, I bought some souvenirs to take back to the village.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I bet they'll love your souvenirs back home, Pearls.
By the way, I hear a certain someone is going to be in today's show.
A certain someone. I wonder who it could be.
Oh, it's almost time. The show's just about to start.
And then Apollo. He's going to be the sea slug. All right, let's go to the show stage then. No, Apollo's the octopus.
Mr. Wright, help me! They keep wanting me to be the red octopus! I saved your seats, Mr. Wright!
Ooh, I can't believe I get to see the show again. I'm so happy. I want to dive into the pool.
You better not. I think they'd call security.
You're welcome in the pool anytime, Athena, but Red Dash is the best swimmer of all.
Huh? Who have you got playing Red Sash's role? Sasha! Orla and Orla are ready to go. Hey, I know that voice.
Yep, you minnow it. Marlon is back, and he's playing the role of Red Dash. And thanks to Marlon's criminal record, we can underpay him. We got him for free. It be the new Swashbuckler Spectacular. Hope you enjoy it, me buckos.
And so, our pirates set sail for bluer seas under a sunnier sky. As for me, I set foot into the world of law once more as a full-time lawyer.
Yeah, basically, given the status of this being a DLC case, the game kind of treats it as if it's its own individual thing, with basically just with its own post-credit scene, things like that. But anyways, let's just see how they handle it. Do we get ejected back to the main menu? Okay, yep, sure enough. Okay, from there we'll just go back to our original file. And let's go on with Turnabout Academy, which is the third case. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Yeah, though considering that this is a flashback case and it features Juniper in the intro cutscene, it's clear right from the get-go that she's basically being a red herring. Oh yeah, but just the fact that they treat it where, okay, I'll talk about this later on in the chapter. I'll talk about this later on. Yeah, though I'm going to be calling this place Themis Legal Academy, basically. I know that the game says, oh, it's Themis, but just Themis rolls up a lot better off the tongue. Oh no, I'm going to be late! You finally! So this is it, the illustrious Themis Legal Academy! This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not our business today. After all, today's the school festival. October 24th, 1:29 p.m., Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Wow, this place has a school festival written all over it, literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall.
Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. October 24th, 1:33 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor lecture hall. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. Well, considering the fact that basically if you notice the logo of the school as well as the uniforms that the kids were wearing, basically, this is the exact same school that Sebastian DeBest graduated from, basically, shortly before the events of Investigations 2. And the place where basically Blaze was essentially paying to pass Sebastian. And basically, and considering just how off Sebastian was, you know that Blaze was dropping major money. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if basically, just before Blaze's arrest, they had just a giant statue of him somewhere in the school as the head donor. Blaze donated this entire wing. You turn on the screensaver, it's just a picture of Sebastian getting his head stomped in. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. Though speaking of late, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever they want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.